Good morning, my friends. We are gathering. We are gathering for coffee with Casper. We are double checking to make sure. There's a Casper. He wants to say hi already. There's a Casper. He heard us say hi. Hi. There's Casper. Come, you're out of the shot, pal. Get in the shot. Get in. There's a shot. There, you're in the shot. There you go. There you go. Good morning. Good morning. I can see you on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, as you know. Careful with my mic there, pal. Don't eat my mic. Okay, we're glad to see you this morning. Good morning from Palm Desert. Let me know where you are this morning and who's checking in. There's the Casper dog. Casper checking in. It's time. We're a minute away from coffee with Casper. Remember, I can see your posts on Facebook. I can't see anything else. Good morning from Boise, David. Nice to see you this morning. Dave, Big Dave. Judy Nisley is not quite here with us yet, but she has a birthday. Good morning from Hollywood. Good morning from North Carolina. Beautiful North Carolina. Good morning, good morning. Nice to see you this morning. We're about a minute away or less. We're going to gong in. We're sure glad you're here this morning. All right. Loretta from Boise, welcome, welcome. From Las Vegas, welcome, welcome. We are glad you are here this morning. All right. Good morning. Nice to see everybody. You can see I have a Hawaiian shirt on. We're back to very warm weather here in Southern California, almost 90 degrees today. So there's our story glory, and there's 8:30. We're going to gong in right now. Here we go. So everybody just relax your shoulders. Let the body relax a little bit. Let's take a nice breath in. Let that breath rise up into your heart center. And then drop your shoulders. And just bring our attention to our heart, for we're going to listen with mind and heart, knowing that the wholeness of our being is being fed and nurtured in some wonderful way in this 20 minutes together this morning. We are glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Good morning from Arizona. All right. We're from all over the place today. We're glad to see you today. And so last week we were talking about the law of density and how, for example, in dream states, things are very fluid, and yet the closer you get down into the three dimensions, into this physical world, the thicker it becomes. Yet the creative process is always happening behind what appears to be. Hence the line from Jesus is, that which is seen is not made of things which do appear. Right? We're creating from our consciousness. Our consciousness, as we know, we'll just reiterate, is the sum total of everything we've ever thought, said, done, or felt. And so every moment we are contributing to our consciousness. And of course what we want to be doing as we're contributing to our own consciousness is contributing consciousness to the awakening world, to the awakening self and to the awakening world. Because here's the promise that we know inside of our understanding of the nature of the cosmos and the existence of the law of the circle. The law of the circle, of course, being whatever I put out comes back. That it's a circular deal. Whatever I'm creating is coming back to me. And that's part of the law. Now, there's also this other wonderful thing called divine fulfillment. And divine fulfillment is a gift from Source. And divine fulfillment is already planted within you. And it's up to each of us to align with that seed of our own mission and purpose, and then to begin to consciously, being aware of it, working on fulfilling our purpose. And of course that we could go, well, I don't know what my purpose is. Many people say that. So everybody's purpose is the same. It's to recognize the truth of who and what you are. To recognize the glory of the I am that is the very center of your being, and to recognize it as an ongoing, a forever gift from the Source to itself as you. Whoa. To the Source, to itself as you. You are a gift to Source. And then it is only by awakening that divine seed of our own intention, of our own fulfillment of our purpose, of our own divine plan, that we can move into the experience of that fulfillment. As the master teacher said, behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The place in life where everything is just right is at hand, yes? So that's what we're seeking to awaken in ourselves. That's what we're seeking to awaken in those who are all around us. But I want to remind you that, we are used to, in the modern era, to a great deal of stimulus. We get stimulus from our devices, we get stimulus from sources, we get stimulus through the airways, we get stimulus from all around us. And that stimulus can take us away from our divine center. We get caught in the external world as opposed to remembering that we are always co-creating by means of what I'm doing with my consciousness, which means what I'm doing with my awareness in any given moment. Yes? So here's the good news. We don't, even though we're stimulated, even though we're used to the fireworks or the excitement, what we really know is that it's not really about the fireworks and the excitement. For example, we had the privilege of being able to go with one of our grandchildren to Disneyland and our daughter last week. And Disneyland is not quite as open as we would like it to be. They're still dealing with coming out of the pandemic. And so the thing that was really most available at Disneyland was the rides. And we were able to take the 4.5-year-old, on many different rides and to watch his excitement exuberant. And you would think then that the key to Disneyland is to get the excitement of the rides. But as you spend some time, and I've had the good fortune of being able to grow up in and around Disneyland and then raise our kids in and around Disneyland and now grandkids in and around Disneyland. And what we know is, sure, the rides are exciting and all of that. But from my perspective, what's really exciting about Disneyland is to see the joy of the children and grandchildren. Yes, to see the parents so happy about their children being happy, and to see that as our lineage, that our children and grandchildren are going to live successful and happy and fulfilled lives, and are doing that. That is, of course, the great gift. And that's not in the fireworks of what happens way out. That's behind what's happening in that given scene. Yes? So again, what I wanted to say is we are stimulated. We as a culture are very stimulated. And again, this stimulation exists in every culture around the world now because technology is so present and it's accelerating in its presence in our life at an exponential rate, certainly during this next decade, as it has in the past decade. Unbelievable transformations happening. Look what's happening in the privatizing of aerospace and going into space. I mean, so many things are going to change with robotics and technology and responses, and we're all used to now talking to devices and having devices talk back to us. It's a tremendous amount happening in the physical world, and it's very then important for us as light workers to remember that it is the inner self that is really co-creating everything that we're witnessing in our experience and everything that we will ever witness in our experience. So here's the good news about the fireworks part, is we are not all destined to have some monumental mark on the human condition. Ours is to do our part, and this is the key. You're not obligated to solve all the world's problems. You are obligated to do your part in helping the world become a better place, as we talk about often, to increase the vibrations on the planet. Yes? So and we're glad you're here. I guess can you hear me okay? Is everything working? Somebody leave me a note. I see that we're rolling along. It looks to me like we're rolling along. So let me know where you are, where you're watching from. Welcome from Norway today. How wonderful. Welcome, Jeff, from North Carolina. How beautiful. Nice to see you today. Yay, yay, yay. So here's how we go about, and God help me to do my part, right? And Source, help me to do my part. Help me to wake up to the reality of the glory of the I am that I am. Guide me, guard me, protect me, direct me, lead me into the paths of perfect right action. And what you're really doing is you're talking to this greater intelligence of yourself and inviting that greater intelligence, that I am presence, to operate in and as and through you. Not only does it do that, but your conscious awareness of it makes you appreciate, move into the zone where you see the goodness of life responding to you because of the vibrations that you're putting out. And the more you put out those good vibrations, the more that come back to you in the terms of the wealth of what it is to truly be alive. Yes? And the wealth is always the deep inner sense of love, connection, and belonging, which is our birthright. And to really get it, to see that I am loved and connected and belong to the cosmos itself. You're watching Coffee with Casper. We're here every Tuesday at 8:30, and we have only one request over this brief 20 minutes that we're together, that you share this video. If you find anything comforting or valuable in this video, that you share it on all of your networks, in LinkedIn and Facebook, in all the groups that you belong to digitally. We are now interconnected in a way that we can continue to spread the good news, our good news, the good news about awakening humanity and the transformation of humanity that will reveal, as we work into the deep inner patterns of perfection, will eventually reveal a harmony in all human race. The long-held desire of peace on earth and goodwill toward all is coming into fruition, and it's happening rapidly because we're in a huge change as we're coming out of this pandemic. Everybody's getting a new sense of awareness, a new sense of having been still for over a year, to have to rethink and regroup and rediscover ourselves and our own center. This has all been happening as we're moving out. And here in this country, we're coming into Memorial Day weekend. And that is, for many people, the unofficial start of summer. It's a change in attitude that happens in this country that begins and is happening in many countries all over the world. As the weather has changed, as the warmth is coming, as we're coming out of this scary, cold, dark winter into a new dawn, into a new possibility. That's what's happening. And here's the good news. The good news is, in order to fulfill our mission, there's a law of progression, the way that it actually goes, the way that we're connected to the whole. And so here is the priorities that I practice and that I encourage you to try in your own life today and this week to see how it works for you. And here's how the resonance pattern goes. The more in tune I am with the infinite, the more I am in tune with my own internal, eternal nature. That's the I am presence, the I am that I am, the I am that put on a coat of skins. I certainly have a coat of skins, right? I came from the light, I put on a coat of skins, and I shall return to the light. And in this coat of skins, I seek to be a beneficial presence. I seek to become in tune in this very level, thick level of density with my unique relationship with the One. So the very first relationship that we have the opportunity to be working with in order to live a comfortable and fulfilled life is to work on that primary relationship with myself and Source. I and the Father, Mother, God are one. I am one with that which is the substance and source of all life, and I can consciously commune and interrelate with that source. Woo-wee! And that is where the great joy of life. I just got what I call God bumps, and when that happens, my immediate response is thank you, thank you, thank you. It's reminding us of how we are connected to all of life. right? So my very first relationship is with Source. The next relationship that my immediate vibration is affecting is family, yes? And we know many souls are connected to their natal family, and many souls have created a new social family. And family are those people, and of course your ancestors and natal source belong in the field of your love. So whether you're physically with your natal family or not, it is important that each of us make room to grow love and gratitude and appreciation for all of our natal family and our ancestors. And then if we have a family that we feel is our chosen family, that is the next level next to us. It's God, family, right? And however you're identifying what you're considering your family. And I'm encouraging you to include your natal family and your ancestors in that. There's room in my heart, as the poet Ernest Holmes said, there's room in my house for all. There's room in my heart. Casper, don't eat the plants. There's room in my house for all. There's room in my heart for all. So God, family, and then the next one's out is friends, right? All the people whom your voice and the conversation that when you guys interact, when you and your friends interact, there's always an upliftment, there's always a sense of belonging, a sense of connection. And so we're willing to make room in our heart to extend that vibration from Source, that I work with Source, and I am in tune with Source. I'm in tune with the love that I have for my family, and then I'm in tune with the love that I have for my friends, yes? So we are glad you're here. You're watching Coffee with Casper. Let me know your comments. Let me know where you are. And certainly let the word out that the Coffee with Casper is available on YouTube. You can Google Harry Morgan Moses. You can Google Coffee with Casper. You can find Coffee with Casper on the internet, both on YouTube and on Facebook, all over the place. And now, as you know, we've done more than a year of these regular broadcasts. And what we know is all of us working together we're touching neighbor. It goes God, family, friends, and neighbors. And neighbors, defined by the language that Jesus spoke, the Aramaic language, neighbors are anybody you are mentally or physically aware of. So imagine as we're watching the evening news and we're aware of all of the bad news that comes across and all of the need for compassion and comfort. And since we become aware of these souls, we can extend ourselves by allowing that love of Source, that love of vibration, that love of belonging, in compassion to neighbors. That's anybody we're mentally or physically aware of. And we let these waves go from God to family, to friends, to neighbors. And the more that I bring my love and my compassion into this field of awareness and let those waves go out, just like the gong, right? The sound waves go out, right? And you and I are creating through our consciousness waves, and they're going out. And the more we liberate them to go out, the more we give those waves permission to ripple out through all the way out into all the people that we're aware of, right, mentally or physically. We start with God, family, friends, neighbors, and eventually the world. And we become a place where we are holding the awakening world as a possibility for all humanity. And we do everything we can as the circles get closer to us to make sure that that clarity is coming from us, this clarity and love. Welcome from Park Lake City. Welcome from Conway, New Hampshire. Thank you, Elizabeth, for enjoying my shirt. And the Agape family is here with us. Isn't that nice? The love family, that's right. We're light workers. We're all Agape family. Pure divine love family. So this is ours to do, to simply be an avenue, to be a place where we, by centering ourselves daily, right? So we have our daily practice of affirming the goodness of life and then quieting ourselves in meditation. As you know, I do mantra meditation at newthought.com. If you do not have a guided meditation, you can download the Sea of the Self and begin to practice with that to calm yourself, to get centered, so that then you can bring forward your affirmative prayers, powerful affirmations like good and more good is mine. There's no limit to the good that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good, I feel it. It crowds itself against me, flows through me, and multiplies itself around me. I'm radiant, vibrant, dynamic health. Right? I'm alive, awake, aware, joyous, and enthusiastic about living. We then set the tone of our day by means of our prayers and affirmations, that these vibrations now are moving out from us to our immediate family, to our immediate friends, then to our neighbors, and then to the world. And we have more than enough to give. There's room in my heart for all. There is room in your heart for all. You are an avenue through which transformation is happening in the world, and moreover, through which your self-realization is growing every day by means of your willingness to be an instrument of love and light in the world. You are an instrument of love and light in the world. Know it. Be grateful for it. Allow it to happen. And watch the miracles of grace and joy and simplicity. They're not just fireworks. It's a deeper sense of communion, connection, and belonging. And that moves out into our expression of all the fun things that are possible in this new summer, coming out of the darkest winter we have known in our lives. It's a new day in humanity. Tonight is a full moon. Tonight is a full lunar eclipse. The marvel of the cosmos is present right now, and you are part of it. Who you are makes a difference. We'll be back next week on Coffee with Casper, and until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. We'll be back next week. See you on Coffee with Casper. Spread the word. Spread the video. Casper, come on back up. Say goodbye. Come on. There he is. There he is. Okay, you guys. See you next week. Have a grand one. Happy Memorial Day. Happy start of summer all over the world.